So, Squid Game Season 3 released. I'm not hearing many people talk about it, to be honest, but I got a chance to watch the show. I'm someone who really enjoyed Season 1 and I loved Season 2. I think I did love Season 1 the same level I loved Season 2 when it came out, but it's been so long and I haven't rewatched Season 1 that just Season 2 really had a much larger impact on me. And Season 3 came out, I was very excited for it. It came around a lot quicker than I was anticipating. I knew that it was coming out relatively soon after season two because these were shot back to back and written as one season. But when it got like a month before, I was like, holy shit, Squid Game comes out in like 3 weeks. And then I was just waiting for it and it dropped. And I only just finished it yesterday. But wow, like I got a lot of thoughts on the season. But yeah, let's just dive into it. So I'm someone who loved season two and was very excited to get back into this. And it there's a lot. All right, there's a lot I want to discuss, and so I think for me this would be the worst season. Like I'm not gonna count this as like second part of season two, which it is, right? It is. But I'm gonna review this like separately to season two because it's a different season. It's come out at a different time. They're two closed off. They're two separate things for me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna combine them into one because if this whole thing was a season two, I still would have had problems with it. But I'm just gonna discuss this as a season. So yeah, we ended on a massive cliffhanger with season two. This will have spoilers, by the way. Spoiler warning if you have not seen Squid Game season 2 or 3. I will be spoiling them. But we ended on a massive cliffhanger with episode 7 of season 2, where 456 and his friend, I forgot his name and number, which, it's been a while since I watched it. But he died, and they stormed the front offices basically, and they had a little like uprising against the Squid Game. And season two was great, and I loved that ending. And I thought all the characters had so much depth, and I loved all of them, and I thought they were all so like awesome. And then coming into it, I thought episode one started off a little bit slower, but once we got into it, we got into it. And episodes 3, 4, and 5, I really enjoyed. I have some issues. I mean, look, they killed everyone. All right, let's just get that over with. They killed everyone. I'll start off with the first major death, which was 120. Or you could say, was it 388, the guy who betrayed or who went back for the ammo and didn't come back? I'll start off with 120 because I feel like she was more of a impactful character. I loved her character. I thought she was so epic in season two. The way she just came in at the end and really came in clutch for the uprising, and was just like, there were so many memes about it. It's like, comparing her to John Wick, and like she was just like so awesome in the way she like kicked ass. I thought she was incredible in that. And I thought this season, the second the second episode, hide and seek, I thought that game was amazing. I thought her death sucked. Okay, I thought it was so awesome to have her get that awesome moment where she's fighting off, protecting 222 and the old woman. I forgot her name as well. I'm gonna be really bad with these names. I'm just gonna get that out there. I thought her death was really, really underwhelming. I was fully expecting it when she was standing in the doorway. I was like, she's gonna get stabbed in the back, right? She something's gonna happen, and it did, and it was really disappointing. And I think that sort of set the tone for the rest of the deaths this season, because soon after everybody died. Soon after 222 died, the old lady died, her son died. And so just all the characters that we grew, the shaman lady, she died. All the characters that we grew attached to just were killed off within a matter of 2 episodes, and I think that was really, really bad. And people are saying it was rushed. I don't think it was rushed. I think it's just bad writing because it was written as one season. Okay, so even if this season was a part of season two, these character deaths still would have happened within 2 episodes, and I think that's just way too close together. And the old lady's death, I think, was just way, way too quick. Way too quick. I understand it, but it just happened way too quick. It just happened and it was over with. I think 120 got her moment to shine, but her death was just a little bit underwhelming. 222's death, I mean, we all kind of saw it coming once that baby was born, because the pregnancy did sort of serve as plot armor. But yeah, I think that came as we saw. We knew that was going to happen. But yeah, and so many really frustrating things happen this season within the show itself. Within the things the characters do are so fucking stupid sometimes, where they're playing hide and seek and they're in the hallways trying to figure out the keys, and they're just standing in the hallways talking. Or when 222 was giving birth, why wasn't 120 up against the door holding it shut, while the old woman helped her give birth? Why did she have to come over to hold her hand. Why was she looking out the door, like leaving yourself vulnerable, like having a door half open so you can keep watch? Just stand there and hold the door shut. You've got more of a chance of surviving. And also just waiting it out in there. I think they had much more chance of surviving than going looking for the exit. You know what I mean? Just, and also when the old guy who wore the suit in the end and died, ended up getting pushed off. I forgot his name as well, but he was one of the main antagonists. His conversation with the shaman lady, where he was like, "Wait, before we keep looking for the exit, how did you find it?" I'm like, this is a fucking dire moment. I don't know why you're spending so much time in the hallway just discussing things that aren't important at the moment. You know what I mean? That was frustrating. But anyway, moving on from the deaths, which I thought were just so rushed and so underwhelming. The ending of the season, I didn't like the ending. I didn't like it. I think 456, he went into this. I mean, I understand the message, right? We are not horses, we are not games to be played, we are people. I didn't really understand the humans are part where he said humans are and then died. I think he was trying to make a point that humans aren't inherently selfish, but I think some are. You know what I mean? Some are. He's not. He sacrificed himself for that baby, but in general, humans are selfish, and that's why the games have been made. So I don't understand his point there, because it's like, yeah, you're not selfish, but the rest of these people have been shown to be. Do you know what I mean? Humans aren't inherently selfish, but I guess some of them are. But yeah, the stuff with the brother, we spent 3 seasons of him looking for the island, just for the grand conclusion to be him finding his brother and just saying why. I'm like, what? What? I mean, I just really, really underwhelming. I didn't understand why there was so much build up just for that. You know what I mean? I don't get it. And the stuff with, the baby's dad, the dad wanting to kill the baby in the end. I mean, I feel like it would have been better if the dad was going to sacrifice himself so the baby could live, but he is shown to be money hungry and selfish. When he killed 120, even though he'd already passed just to get more money, I think he was shown to be selfish and money hungry, but still, having to kill that baby or threatening to kill that baby is just like, what? And especially because it's his as well. Very, very strange. But I think the games this season were pretty cool. I think the hide and seek game was cool. I think the jump rope game was very cool. And I liked the last game where they had to decide who to throw off. I really did enjoy that. I think that was a good concept. The ending was just a little underwhelming. Just a little underwhelming. I thought the battle was cool. Like the fight scene, it was quite cinematic, But then it ends with him, killing himself. It's just really, really underwhelming. And I guess the way the show wraps up with the detective getting the money and having to raise the baby, and the North Korean girl, going off to find her daughter, which we don't even know if that was her daughter. It's hinting that it is, but we don't even know if that was her daughter that she found or that she's going after. And so, yeah. And with Inho, the front man, delivering 456's stuff and money to his daughter, I think that's a nice ending, even though the daughter ended up hating him in the end, which is just tragic. And then, the Cate Blanchett cameo, it's, I mean, it was cool. It's cool to see. I'm not mad about that, right? Like, it's obvious they're going to, listen, from a business standpoint, the show is so successful, it would be stupid to not make an American version. Do you know what I mean? From a business standpoint, it would be very stupid to not milk it, and it's, people are mad about that, but it's, making another Squid Game show, I think, doesn't hurt this original show. It's still there. You can just not watch the new one if you don't want to. And so I think, look, I'd be interested in seeing an American Squid Game with, Cate Blanchett being in it, which it seems like she would be, and a few other actors. I think it was announced years ago that David Fincher would be doing it, but nobody seems to be talking about that. I don't know. But look, overall, I think the characters were underdeveloped this season. I think a lot of the things just happened really, really quickly. And I think this season, they should have just written season 2 and 3 as 2 separate seasons and just done it like that. I don't care if we would have had to wait longer. But anyway, I think the ending was bad and underwhelming. Let me know your thoughts. Did you like the ending? Did you like the last season? Look, there were some good moments, right? There was some cool games and, some good things. But anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What did you think of the ending? What did you think of the show overall? Did you like season 1, 2, and 3 all together, or did you more like them as separate seasons? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. But if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.